So, Prue was, is, and forever will be the Beyonce of the group. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Shawty went solo, and she left them. Period. They tried to go on but without her, and I love the show, even after Prue left. But it doesn't compare. I don't care. How did 3 seasons top? How many seasons was after Prue? 4, 5, 4. 4 seasons after Prue? It doesn't even matter. Because Prue was still Queen B. Paige, Phoebe, sorry. I'm so sorry. Phoebe had the best hairstyles, and she had the best style. I can say that much. Especially when the show was taking place in the 90s. Once the 2000s came, I can't really tell you what she did. I can't even, oh man. When she became the first lady of evil, and after that, like her hair, no, but she definitely had the best style out of all of them. Piper didn't really like Paige. She didn't. Can you blame her though? Especially when she first came. That's just why reading somebody was like, Paige is the Michelle of the group, first of all. Which from one hand I understand. Okay. She wasn't the original, but she came through and she still dominated. I do think Paige was a great addition after the fact of, you know, the Queen Bee leaving, but it's still Prue gang over everything. So I personally go around saying that Charmed wasn't my favorite after season 3, but I be fronting for nothing because I really do appreciate Charmed season 4 through season 6, 7-ish, you know. But I really enjoyed when Chris was there, when that whole storyline with Chris. But once he left, it was like, okay, then what? When Billy came, like I really despised the show after Billy came. Like I really don't swear I can't stand season 8. Oh my god. Rate the seasons. Okay, so it's between season 2 and season 3 are my favorite. It's between those, and then it's season 6, then season 1. What's after season 1? Probably season 7, then season 4, then season 8. Or I'm in season 5. So 4, 5, 8. Yep, that sounds about right. Andy should have been a demon, but he wasn't. And that's T. I'm sorry, but I'm not though. As long as I've been watching Charmed, my whole life I've been watching Charmed, I've always thought that Andy just, it was something about him. You know how like Inspector Rodriguez, like he just seemed devilish, you know, like, and he was. That's how Andy should have been. Like, and I'm not saying he should have been a demon, but he should have been. Leo gets on my last nerve. Okay, I cannot stand Leo past like season 3. Even in season 3, he was like the only time, like, oh my god, even when he was like immortal in season 2 with Dan, like, I don't know, like maybe I just never liked Leo. Maybe that's the case. I don't know, because he just gets on my nerve, especially when he started working with the elders. I'm not the elders. He could, let's talk about the elders, but no, not the elders, the avatars. When he started working with the avatars, sis, and he was like, well, you guys just don't know them, like this, it goes against everything they believe in. Nigga. My favorite episode of Charmed, since like forever has always been season 1, episode 17. It's called That 70s Episode. I love that episode, I really do. But it's between that episode and season 7, episode 3, I think it is. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's the episode when Grams turned the 4. Okay. So Wyatt was being jealous because his brother Chris was getting all the attention. Okay, so Grams comes because they were going to do a awakening for Chris, and she see that they are having they had their issues. Okay, so she gets her spell book that she had for when the three girls were being raised: Prue, Piper, and Paige. Prue, Piper, and Phoebe. Excuse me. So she used it on the boys. All right, they're arguing. Their issues went up in the air and fell into the three girls: Piper, Phoebe, and Paige. And that episode I love so much. But then I also love season 2 episode 22. Now that episode is called Careful What You Wish For, and I love that episode. It's when that guy that used to be on that show called what's that show called? He was like, there was the aliens, forget it, I can't remember. He was the genie on Charmed, and I love that episode. Phoebe was so selfish. Everything was always about her, or it was about Cole. There was no in between. Okay? And this is why I say Prue is the best. There's so many reasons why Prue is the best, but Prue, her instincts was always good. There's that episode called Sight Unseen in season 3. I think it was like episode 5 or something. And Cole, okay, so Cole was good. I didn't mind Cole. But back when Cole was a demon, okay, and he was still playing for both sides, her instincts told her that he was evil. And I mean, it wasn't just her instincts that told her, it was the fact that he was in their house, in the attic, being able to get electrocuted by the crystals. Okay, what were you in the house for? What were you in the attic for? And he was like, oh, well, he saw that the windows were open and the door was open, and Phoebe was like, and you thought we what was it, that there was a robber here or something, the 3rd degree over Prue, like, you just ate out the palm of his hand. Like, he didn't even have to feed it to you. She was so dumb, and she didn't even change. Like, I do appreciate that she, like, walked away from him. But you know what? I'm not even about to applaud Phoebe for turning her back on Cole, even though he became the source, and she was the first lady of all evil, and you know, that was a crazy time. Can we talk about that episode when he went to the past and Prue met Micah and she was like in love for like whatever reason? I don't know. And he stopped y'all from getting hung, and she was like, oh, that's my baby daddy. That episode was called All Hallows Eve. Okay. And there was this person who was like, I'll tell you the first initial of your true love or whatever with this apple peel. So he cuts this apple peel and it falls in the water and it makes a C. And Cole is like, right? And all of a sudden, you know, like that meant something or whatever. It was an apple peel. What other letter could it have made? I mean, it could have made an O, I guess. Maybe. But it made a C. And they both were like, Cole. It's Cole. It has to be Cole. It ended up being Coop or whatever. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Okay? Paige came through clutch during the hard times. Okay? She really did. And even when I watched season 3, I was like, Paige's power would really come in handy right now. You know? But like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Prue is my favorite sister. She is the strongest. I don't care. Argue with your mama. But Paige had the best power. And that's T. But to keep it a buck with you, Prue deserved better. Period. She didn't deserve to be with Andy. I didn't like her and Andy. I didn't like Andy. Like, I mean, I don't mind Andy. Andy's cool. And even when I watch the show, it's like, it's cool or whatever. But, like, I was happy when he died. Honestly, I don't think I've ever said this out loud. But, hear me out. Prue and Daryl. Now, Daryl's always had a wife. So, like, I don't even want to mess that up, and his wife was black, so like that was just, you know, if you know, you know. But if the show would have started off with him not having a wife, and Prue and Daryl started getting closer after Eddie died, like, I would have loved to see that storyline. I'm just saying. And then he ended up getting married like in season 4 after Prue died or whatever. Like I feel like somewhere, somehow, that could have happened, but I'm just leave it alone. I'm gonna drop Victor, their daddy. Okay, somebody come get him. Every time he pop up somewhere, I just be like, what are you here for? Like, why are you here? Victor seems like an opportunist. And every time he would argue with Grams, I just be like, Grams, strike him. Put a spell on his